Humphreys here. We're here checking a look at the Airstream Rangeline. This is new. It kind of came out a little bit late last year and it's now starting to really pick up steam. What's going to be really unique entering the adventure market. Obviously everyone knows the name Airstream, synonymous with best in class, best in class features, and this isn't going to be anything different. Of course, you're going to have your standard receiver, your hookup connections, everything. So you'll be able to tow a small little trailer, put some bikes and stuff like that back on there. You can see you have these two beefy guys down here, one on either side. That's to help protect on an approach, depending on the angle. There's a generator that hides out and they put that down below the chassis there. So it makes a little bit of a low point, but that's what they've done to help offset any type of dragging or getting hung up. Of course, you're gonna have the nice blackouts, right? So this guy's gonna hop all the way down. You can black out the whole coach. Same for going around the other side. You're gonna have features that are gonna be able to really get this coach nice and dark. It helps, with the heat as well as with the cool. Just kind of keeps those elements, or, obviously if you're a light sleeper, it helps keep the light out of your face, right? Got two sets of mollies on the back and some extra cargo storage here as well. And here, really easy to get to, is the coach disconnect. So right now it's on, you can see the lights on, and when we get inside, you'll see that everything's kind of ready to roll. And then right here, you have your freshwater fill right up over top here. Now, I think that's about where we're at for this side of things. Other than noting that of course you have the backup cameras and the nice big Coleman mock up on top, and that of course is powered by either being plugged in or the generator. So some of the stuff I want to talk about is actually up and over my head. As you see, this has got a pop top. Both models we have here have the pop top. That's easy to sleep 2 children or 1 adult comfortably. I'm not including the bed that's down here that we'll talk about when we get in there. And then just below that you have that nice Thule awning. So the nice thing about the Thule awning is they still keep to their roots. If you look over on the side or the side to me here, they have where you can actually put the legs out. So you can put the legs out, or you can still put them down and stake them into the ground when that comes out, just to provide better stability for that awning, especially when you're kind of out there. It's been windy here in Stark, and it's definitely something that would be beneficial, anytime you go camping. True to Airstream form, they have this gorgeous little screen here, right? That kind of keeps you from the outside in, but it keeps all that air coming through, right? And then right down here, you see the big old step ups, nice and chunky. And then it's even got the little pet holder. So if you need to clip a pet in, make sure that they stay safe, or keep them here in the campsite, you got that going for you right there. All right, we're inside here, so there's a bunch to talk about. I guess to start first, of course, the classic, the aluminum, right? The metal up there, and then the flooring is very similar flooring that you're familiar seeing with the interstates, the Tommy Bahamas, what have you. It's just something that works really well and just got that little extra touch, and also helps keep things nice, clean, and tidy. So coming back through here, you have great storage. There's actually better storage, space in a Rangeline than most of the B vans out here in this particular class. Huge storage over top there and there behind me. Storage over top here, as well as over top the sink. Huge storage inside here, and they have some thoughtful, again, soft touch. Nice deep sink. When you need it for any of your devices, USB or GFI, they're all right there. Even though it's by the water, GFI, right? So if anything happens, it shuts the circuit off, so you're nice and safe if anything were to get wet. So comes with the little JBL soundbar. Nowadays, folks just like to stream their own music, right? So why sit there and just not mess with a whole bunch of extra things like throwing in a radio when you're going to bring the tunes with you? You can even load stuff up, right? So of course this guy's meant to be hiding out over here, so I'm going to put that back for now. Just kind of show you the bed. Now everything flips up. You can see up underneath here too, there's this huge storage. You have a converter and some easy access to some of your stuff back here. Same with the other side, extra storage. This guy just comes up and down very easily. And again, it's east to west sleeper. So you can shut off and you can barely see them, but there's little Velcro pieces around all the windows, which let's talk about that for a second. I forgot about that on the outside. Now, you're going to have good windows. You know, one of the things when they designed the Rangeline is they wanted to make sure that they had excellent circulation. So you have windows on either side. So they actually go with Airstream, and they go to the extent of they replace the factory stuff from, you know, Dodge. So they mess with that, and they actually make it, you know, their own, so that you can actually get the windows and everything back there. So that's definitely something that I missed, but I'm glad that I remembered and wanted to point out. Very typical microwave. The neat thing though is, again, with bigger, much larger fridge, and you have a little ice box in here as well, right? Then even down here, little pet area. They have a little water hole and then a food bowl, all right there. So easy to get to. The other thing is you have a full wet bath. And it's kind of hard to illustrate that in here without having the camera come in from the other side. But when going in, and I got my big hat on, it'll hunch a little bit, big hat, but plenty of space to move around. I can shut the door, have the wet bath, have a little sink area. Everything right in there is just built for purpose. It's nice to have that. A lot of the adventure vans aren't going to have, or they're going to have one of those halo showers, and Airstream just want to be a little bit different. You see, like simple things like little latches, you know, same as if you get in a high-end jet plane, right? So that's it for here. And obviously you can see, if you look down below, all the storage. Talk about the seating, you know, it's all the stuff that they do, you know, at the factory, and take it off the original stuff, and they redo it themselves with their own standard. So just makes it more plush, makes it more agreeable to sit or to work in, as well as it's going to hold up longer, you know, which is something that Airstream, of course, is very known for. All right, so first, in terms of your systems and controls, right? The first thing I want to go over is the Timberline system. So that's for your furnace, as well as your element or your hot water. So basically what it does is the Timberline system works off of the engine, and it works like an old hydronic heating system. So you're going to have constant hot water, and you're going to have great heat throughout, or radiant style heat throughout the coach with little to no interruption. It'll have all the standard cutoffs of a traditional motorhome, where if you get a little bit closer to a quarter of a tank, it'll stop. Those systems will stop on you. Obviously, you know, if you're like a, you know, situation, you can always just start the engine and then run the heat again, you know, and then get yourself someplace where you need a little bit more fuel. Now, going over to here is just a simple display. Shows you where your fresh is at, gray, black water. Shows you where your batteries are at, your house and your chassis. Then you have your generator settings. You have your state of charge, and then like your light switches, all right here. You know, you have ceilings. Here's the electrical system showing you everything that's going on, the inverter, what have you, right? Here's the temperature or the climate control. So you have the bath vent, you have also the AC, right? You'll be able to control that all from here. Of course, when you're running the AC, you're going to be running either the generator or being plugged in. And then down here, or back to the beginning, I'll show you real quick. So with the generator, right? It's incredibly quiet. It is. It's up underneath where you'll be sleeping, but just a really quiet, really efficient generator. And it's going to work great, obviously, to make sure that your, you know, air conditioning systems and everything are working even off grid. So that's just a really nice feature to have. A lot of these models, you know, don't come with. You know, there's a whole new running into the lithium age, and I'm sure that stuff will come. But for now, you know that you can go out with one of these Rangelines and just completely go wherever the adventure kind of takes you. You know, within reason. You're not going to be, you know, rock climbing or anything, but you can kind of get out there and kind of find your own way, and know that you're going to be fully sustainable, you know, and for some time, you know, wherever the road happens to take you. I'm just going to go ahead and turn that off again. Just hit stop. Boom, it's done. And then just looking up just briefly, like just above my head. Of course, you have like the inserts, you can open them up to let the air through and everything like that. But the ladder's just hiding out right here. Nice little ladder. It just telescopes up and hides onto that, right? Real easy to use. The space for it is actually right up in here. I just had it up there just because knowing people are going to start asking questions about. But you can easily sleep 2 kids or a, you know, average size adult, right? You have USBs up here, so you have extra lights. So there's kind of everything. If you need to take the family with you, they can make camp up above you, and everything's going to be a-okay. be able to sleep a bunch of people, and still have plenty of room to walk around and do what you need to do. So that's it for the Rangeline. You know, make sure if you have any questions about the Airstream Rangeline or any other RV or overland van that we carry, go to www.campersinrv.com.